Hey everyone, Retiring Dividends here. As usual, I forgot to talk about the other three Defiance funds during my the drive video. So let's get to it. Sorry for the annoying voice, but again, it's getting there slowly but surely. Let me take a sip of water. So we're going to talk about Defiance funds, SPYT, USOY, and QQQT. And we talk about these separately now because these are still monthly paying funds. They're not part of the weekly payers. So they aren't part of the, comparisons that I do. All right. Since the last video, we covered this, but based on their latest distribution, SPYT had a yield of 19.86%. USOY had a yield of 70%. And QQQT had a yield of 21.16%. So if we look at how they've done since they announced that distribution, which, by the way, for SPYT, for their prior distribution, they recovered 295% of that. So they had a fantastic, previous month. And then SPYT declared 33 cents. And then since then, they have gone up a penny. Where are we at? A penny, then 10 cents. Then down 2 cents, and then up 4 cents. So they have recovered 13 cents of the 33 cents so far, which is a recovery rate of 37%. So again, SPYT's been nothing but awesome, really, since they launched. And if you look at the total return on the right, they have their total return without drip they're up 15.39%. Wow. I mean, if you want 20% and a solid fund, SPYT is it, man. It's a no-brainer. And then USOY, from their recovery rate from the previous month, they ended at 70%, which is not that bad, but it's not 100. So they could do better. And then they declared again 87 cents. So now we want to recover that 87 cents. So since then, starting with X date, they went down 6 cents. Then they went up 18, which is good. But then they went down 3 days in a row. They went down 14 cents, 3 cents, and then 11 cents, unfortunately. So their month-to-date income is negative. It's in the negative 16 cents, which is a negative recovery rate of negative 18%. Obviously not good. And it also puts their total return at negative since inception. So again, USOY is still struggling, unfortunately. Pays a very high yield because the underlying that they trade is volatile, but unfortunately, it looks like it's been on the downward, which is pushing USOY down as well. USOY is now at 13.88, which is, again, not good. All right, up next, QQQT. The previous month, they were able to recover 286%. So, again, that's pretty damn good. And then they declared 34 cents. Since then, they made right off the bat 19 cents on X date. They lost a penny. They went up 20 cents. Then they went up a penny, and then they went up 16 cents. So their month-to-date income, they're up 55 cents, which is a 161% recovery rate. So they already recovered what they paid. I mean, this shows how powerful this fund can be, and it looks like it's finally performing. I don't want to speak too early because the month just started, but again, really good month. Their total return is 6.36% from inception. Again, they started at a really bad time, so they're still recovering from that. Hopefully, after a year or so, it'll look pretty good. And again, apologize for the groggy voice. Still getting better from being sick. Plus, I just made my morning video, so I already lost my voice from that. All right, so here's the closeout numbers for December. They made 98. SPYT made 98 cents. They paid 34. So awesome. USOY made 55. They paid 87. So they paid more than what they made. It's all good. It happens. QQQT made 92 cents. And they paid 34. And by the way, when I say they made, I'm just talking about they made it in price. Like the price went up by that amount. So if you add up, again, from inception on all these funds, how much they made each month versus how much they paid, capital loss, SPYT is down 5 cents, USOY is down 6.11, and QQQT is down 90 cents. Their total distribution that they paid from inception, SPYT has paid $3, USOY has paid $6.04, and QQQT has paid 162. So it shows here like SPYT of what they paid, they actually made 295 of the three that they paid. So that tells you they essentially do stay capital flat. They make everything that they pay. USOY is another story. Again, why they're paying so high is because they're IV, right? The IV of the fund that they trade is very high. So they're going to pay out, that extrinsic income, which unfortunately, again, it's not working out. The fund is, if it goes down, there's nothing you could do. So obviously they're paying 604 and they didn't make anything. In fact, they went down 7 cents. QQQT, they have paid 162 and they only made 72 cents. But again, I think they'll kind of even out like SPYT in the long run. So I'm not too worried about them. Now, based on that, one of the things that people like to see on this video is how much they need to reinvest into each fund to essentially keep them whole and keep them getting that high yield. SPYT is essentially zero. I know it shows 2% because of that 5 cent gap. But so yeah, I guess you could say 2%. I mean, I would say zero, which is the amount you would have to reinvest. Like to me, if a friend asked me, I need 20%, income, and I don't want to reinvest anything, SPYT is it. I mean, it's it. I would choose SPYT over QQQT, in fact, too. But QQQT would be, my second. USOY, again, amount to reinvest is over 100, it's showing 101% because they're not making money. So what can you do? But again, maybe things will turn around with that fund. QQQT, showing 56% would have to be reinvested. But again, bad start to this fund. But you can see as of like the last month and the current month, they're turning things around and they're doing very well. Then I have like the launch price here. You can see SPYT launch price is $19.99. Their current price right now is $20.07. I mean, you gotta love that. USOY, they launched at 2015. Their current price is $13.86. You don't gotta love that. And then QQQT launched at 20. Their current price $19.65. So that's a little rough too. All right, moving on to the status. Again, this video is pretty quick when I do it on its own. Outstanding share increased for SPYT. 25,000 additional outstanding shares were purchased since the prior week. USOY actually had an increase of 150,000. And then QQQT had an increase of 25,000, which is, again, it's impressive. These funds are growing as they should because they offer something different, than these other funds. They do only pay monthly. I know people like weekly. But again, you have SPYT and QQQT, which they are solid. I don't invest in them though, because I want 40%, unfortunately, because I'm an aggressive degenerate. But if people want 20%, then they got it. So again, USOY is another story. I don't know what you guys think about USOY. I am curious though. Let me know in the comments below if you own USOY and how you feel about it. Are you a believer long term? Let me know. Outside of that, SPYT and QQQT, again, great performance. Can't complain. I assume most of you who own that are very happy with the results. So anyway, again, apologize, forgot to post it with the other video, but it had to be a separate video as usual. But as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we will try again next week. All right? Any questions, let me know in the comments down below. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Later.